Hi, I'm Master Sergeant Josie Boriso, Installation Emergency Manager. I'm happy to welcome Jonathan Davis from KoYan back to Ramstein for a second time this year.
These are the 20 Air Force EOD techs that we've lost since the start of the Iraq and Afghan wars.
It was really an honor to go back to visit Ramstein Air Force Base. It's kind of hard just to see actual faces and see actual people who put their life on the line so we can have it good at home. It's unfortunate that the world has got to go through wars and stuff, but it's obviously necessary to keep our way of life going. I feel blessed that I'll be able to go to places like Ramstein to show my appreciation for those troops that are there, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have lots of things at home. They're truly heroes to me.
I'd like to give you this on behalf of me and my group. I understand you've been here before, so have a good time today.
I've received several challenge coins, medals from military officials over the years. I had my own challenge coins made so I could go when I visit the wounded and present them with our own KoYan 1 and JW1 as a token of my appreciation to them. It was really cool riding in the H1, that big Hummer. Thing's a huge beast. I have an old 67 Jeep M715, which was the predecessor to the Hummer, and I love riding that beast. Those things are built not for comfort, just for functionality. They get the job done. You can feel how heavy and armored and fortified those things are.
First thing that we did when we got here was take Jonathan out to the flight line to go out with explosive ordnance disposal troops to do a countermeasures training on a C-130J Hercules aircraft.
That's the workhorse of the armed forces. It was just really crazy for me to be able to walk on one of those and sit behind the controls, start up all the panels, check out all the lights.
Like the little display right here, green display. That way when they're flying around they can see visually what's in front of them and also see their flight indications, what altitude they're at, airspeeds they're flying at. Take a real look around.
I don't know that many people that get to walk on top of an airplane that big.
Maintenance holes, or whatever, like fuel problems, fuel leaks.
That's how you can get in there?
Oh yeah, little tiny hole, you just climb up in there.
It's crazy to be up top of there and to see how massive the wings are, how big the actual bird is. That was definitely a trip. Getting into the cargo hold was a trip too, because there's so many different configurations that can jump. They got the lines where they connect on and jump out of the back of the aircraft. You have a row of seats. You sit down and you just wait, and you're crammed in there, and there's no luxury.
That's the moment that I realized what
Reality's a bitch. You're watching the news and you see everything that's going on. It doesn't really hit you until you really get there and you see the actual faces and you see the actual equipment and you see actually what's going on. I really do think that people should just go and visit these guys, see what goes on, and get a little bit more appreciation for what they have. When I was in the airplane, they brought out an old Barrett semi-auto 50 cal. It's a big gun and it's effective out to about 1.5 miles range on those guns. So it was fun to actually be behind one of those, setting it up off the back of the Hercules and targeting targets out about 1.5 miles away, knowing that I could probably hit it. That was really, really cool.
Last time Jonathan was here, we decided to give him an opportunity to maneuver the explosive ordnance disposal robots and to learn a little bit more about how we render safe an improvised explosive device. Today we decided to take him out and show him what's called a gas shot and to blow up a car.
My name's Sergeant Brad Segersma. I'm going to be the team leader for this little shindig we're doing. This is what we refer to as a gas shot or a Hollywood shot. It's all about the fireball. Most explosives don't leave much of a fireball, so we're doing this one on purpose. Okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to put gasoline in this bag. We placed detonating cord, which is really nothing more than a hollow tube filled with explosive. Okay, we're going to initiate that with a blasting cap. So this is all going to detonate. It's going to force that gasoline to come up and get into basically a big cloud of vapor and small droplets. Once it does that, right back here, this is going to detonate some plastic explosive, some C4, and that's going to produce a small fireball enough to initiate the whole gas cloud. So hopefully we'll get a nice big fireball out of this. Fireball!
When the thing went off, you could feel the heat We were 300 feet away, and I felt the heat from that, so it was pretty impressive. It was a beautiful rainbow. It's kind of crazy seeing something so beautiful in the midst of all that destruction. It just makes me think about how weird life is. There's so many beautiful moments along with the bad.
Didn't do much just because we didn't have a lot of explosives, so it was just mostly the energy from the gasoline. Actually, there have been very little collateral damage if anybody been nearby. This is what we refer to as a Tupperware charge. We're going to go ahead and fill this up with water. This right here is what we call sheet explosive, or data sheet. It's just basically a base explosive, we call it PETN, and they mix it with a plasticizer. Gives it kind of a rubbery feel, allows us to mold it into different shapes. So when we detonate this, it's going to actually let the water work for us. We're going to put it in the trunk, and it's basically going to destroy this trunk.
Wow,
yeah,
cool.
So it'll be a pretty nice shot.
The water is your destructive force, basically.
Yeah.
The explosive is just the pushing force behind it to give it all the energy to annihilate everything.
We can do amazing things with explosives and water.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Boom. That was a good one, dude. Fucking flew up 50 feet in the air or some shit. It was amazing to see the destruction that could happen with just a Tupperware bowl full of water and a little bit of explosives. It totally blew half the car away. It was insane. The trunk flew up about 100 feet up in the air and we watched it just fly down. I got there and just blown. I couldn't believe the destruction. I just want to see your camera, dog.
The only thing left attached to that car is the windshield wiper that had your GoPro tied to it.
I was for sure set on that GoPro that we duct taped to the windshield wiper that thing was going to be dust. I couldn't believe that thing, through that huge ass explosion, was the only thing left intact. Those cameras rule. Going to be able to blow stuff up and do that kind of stuff, you know, it's fun. I like doing that, but I don't want to sensationalize it or make a joke of it. That's reality, and that's what these people go through all the time. It's fun to blow stuff up, but when it's for reals and you go to the hospital and see what blowing things up does to people, it kind of takes the fun away from me.
Since his last visit back in March to the Landstuhl Regional Medical Center and the Wounded Warriors Center, he has been supporting the USO and the Wounded Warriors Project back in the States and visiting other hospitals and other locations and really putting the word out there about the USO and the Wounded Warriors Project. He was very eager to come back when he came back here to Europe to go and visit the Wounded Warriors here at Landstuhl Regional Medical Center.
We have a lot that just came in today.
I don't like to see people suffering or seeing people with their legs blown off. It's really hard. I'm a very sensitive person, and growing up around it, it's hard for me, but it's something that I got to deal with, and it tears me up inside, but just seeing the smiles on their faces makes it all worth it to me. I'm just in town playing a show tonight, I think like an hour away from here. Really? Yeah, it's my second time.
I got here yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah. But
Take
this
one in the
surgery
arm?
happened on the 5th.
Oh.
Here and I hear my leg.
Catch one leg?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's IDF. Indirect 5%.
Well, I'm glad you're still here, brother. Thank you.
I'm glad to still be here.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for doing what you do. I appreciate it. It was very nice to meet you, brother.
You too, man.
Take care.
Good luck with your concert.
Thank you, man. And some of them, they don't smile. They're so shell-shocked and pent up from all the combat, they don't know how to smile. They're just in survival mode. Because those poor guys are going to have to go through therapy and all kinds of stuff to be reintegrated back into the normal world once all this is over. My grandfather went through it for years. It's cool to see the support. I'll support you too. I come from a long line of my family been in the military, so it's the least I can do. For me and the band, thank you very much.
We are a 13-bed unit. We deal with patients directly, either locals, civilians, contractors, and then also soldiers coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan.
You won't believe the shit I've seen. This is stupid. Like, I'm glad to be American, man. Everything's backwards over there.
I know.
Up over there.
After seeing all this stuff, and when I'm in the States, I do a speech every night reminding all the kids in the audience what we could have taken away from us at any moment.
I want the rest of you to make some fucking noise for these heroes of the United States of fucking America. Make some noise! From KoYan to you people, I can't express how much gratitude and thankful shit we got towards you people. You guys have survived. You guys have put everything on the line so we can live free and our kids can live free, motherfuckers. If it wasn't for our troops, people, we would have never had got the life.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so glad to see you.
It's good to see you. Hanging in there, man?
I'm trying my best. I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Oh, I love Buffalo.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bakersfield, California.
Oh, Bakersfield. Right. I haven't been out to California too much. It's like another world. The IED blew out my eardrum, so I can't hear a thing. But I can read your lips and put it together.
Oh, okay.
Connect
I'll talk
the
louder.
dots. I'm here talking to good people like you. I don't have it so bad.
No, not at all, man.
Right?
I've seen way worse.
Yeah, you've seen worse. I saw worse, too.
Yeah.
My good friend was killed in this IED attack.
And then, yeah.
It wasn't fair. He
Not
was
at all.
trying to help the Afghan people.
Yeah.
He was. That's what I was trying to do. All the soldiers around me. We were going to a security meeting.
Mm-hmm.
What an irony.
Yeah, and then...
Yeah, the bomb goes off. We're all dedicated to try to help Afghans improve their own security.
And
then they do something like that. I saw the bastard. He looked at me in the eyes. He looked at me in the eye just like you are, and he pushed the button. Can you imagine being that cold-blooded, that hard? And you know what? It's not like he's some 50-year-old guy who's been there, done that, got a lot of evil. He's 16 years old.
They're just bred that way, man.
How can you be that? Brainwashed.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't blame him, but it's that brainwashing by people older than him, trying to mold him, try to make him into something that no kid is born a suicide bomber, huh?
No.
No one is.
It's always the old guys.
You see 16-year-old kids, they go to your concerts and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's what he should be doing.
I know.
You're a big guy to do stuff like this. It cheers me up to have
Oh, man,
you
I'm
here.
glad to be here, man. That's why I'm here, just to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. And with you guys, I wouldn't have shit.
It's weird down there. I thought California was weird. Go to Jalalabad.
I bet it's weird. Oh, one day I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to go with USO and do a tour over there.
The USO does a great job.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Is that how you're here?
Yeah, I do USO and the Winter Warrior stuff.
USO does a lot for troops.
Got to.
You take it for granted. But you shouldn't, because it means a lot to your own morale. Like you being here today, you're all the way from the U.S.
Yeah, man.
You got other things to do.
No, this is more important, bro.
Count your millions of dollars.
Shit. I have a bunch of stuff that I've been given from all the troops from all over the world when I go and do this stuff. So I have a huge coin collection. Families have given me their sons' BDUs have been killed in action, so I got an area for that. And I come back from a military family. So both grandfathers. My grandfather was stationed in Germany on the front line. He got a Purple Heart. He got hit by the mortar. My other grandfather was through hell. Was POW for 3 years, and he survived the Bataan Death March.
Good grief.
Yeah, so I grew up around.
You know what it's all about.
I know what it's all about, bro.
Good.
So I know what y'all go through. I watched my grandfather go through it, all the VA system, everything. So
people, I mean, they have a physically you can recover. It's the mental stuff. Could take some time.
I worked at the coroner's office when I was 17, doing autopsy. So I've been through it. I know what it's like.
You know what that's like. I hold my hand. It's probably cold.
It's all good, man.
Oh, your hands are warm.
Yeah.
That feels good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I got my blood fucking pumping in here.
Absolutely.
That's good to see you, man.
I appreciate that. You visiting all the wounded guys?
Yeah, coming through, just going through the wards and saying thank you and saying hi.
Oh, it makes a big difference.
Well, I'm glad I can help you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. This is a payoff here, right here, man. I don't care about the other shit.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
Oh, I'm glad I could help you, man.
When you're down in the dumps and a guy like you shows up, it means a lot.
I'm glad I could help, brother.
That means a lot.
The last patient I saw really touched me. He's just going out there to try and help the Afghani people. I'm gonna admit it, I went out of that room and cried for a while because that guy was just so happy to see me, and it just strikes me as like I'm just some bum fuck singer in a band from Bakersfield, and what this guy's doing is in such a larger, grander scale than anything I've ever done. And the fact that he didn't hold a grudge for that kid, that shows what good American's all about. I'm never going to forget that guy. It made me want to even get involved more. When I came out, half the people were there in the entourage and all the nurses and everybody was crying. It was a very emotional moment. He said he'll never forget this, well, I'll never forget him. And that's for damn sure. I just gotta conclude with just thanking everybody that made it possible. Josie, the bass, all the people that, and hoops have to jump through all the paperwork I gotta fill out, all that stuff. It's all worth it just to go there and say hi and show support for these people. I don't care if you're pro-war, anti-war, or whatever, these guys are just doing what they're told. I don't care about the politics of it. I'm just caring about, that they're doing their job and doing what they're told. If it's right or wrong, who the fuck am I to say it is? I'm just there to tell them thank you for doing what they're doing, and that I love them and appreciate them, and thank you for doing what you do for my family and for my band and for all our fans in the United States and all over the world. Just having that right to be able to listen to music and go on the internet and be, have access to information, be able to put photos up of them having fun in their life. Simple shit, man. It has nothing to do with politics. It's about just living free, or what we call free. I won't ever stop doing this. I gotta do this. I feel it in my heart. I feel this is something that I need to do. So again, to all the military and non-military and veterans and the people just helping, all I can say is thank you. And there's nothing I can do to repay the loss. If you've lost somebody or severely wounded or any of that, there's not really much honestly do but just say thank you, and I hope that's enough.